Hello, users, and welcome back. We are here once again with the Consulting Detective Network and Aviary Attorney. I am joined, happy to be joined by Midi Mayo on my right. Hi, Midi.
Hello.
Last time we did a little bit of time travel because we were so sure that we must have missed something, and it turned out we did. Because it led to Cocorico getting shot. And we're like, no, that's not okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna allow that.
I broke my own rules, and I went and looked it up, like, I must have missed something. And it turns out we missed something that we never would have found any other way. And I'm not going to say that it's too obscure, because, like, hey, we did waste time, but it was weird. Hey, 6-7. And so we went and found the thing that we were supposed to have found out, which is just having seen a person and asked a question, basically. And then we're going to continue with where we kind of left off before. I think in the essence of time, we will probably not reread all the text and just skip through to get back to the trial and then read through the trial as if it was the first time.
Yeah.
I'm going to just give a thank you to whoever, if you're in chat, somebody, when I wasn't streaming yesterday, randomly gifted 5 subs to my channel, which then Twitch gifted 3 subs on top of that. So I thank you. As a heads up, September is ongoing. As always, these streams are free 99. I don't expect anyone to do that. All of the sub money that comes in, I try to spend back on the channel. If you want to subscribe, right now, September is going on. People buy subs in 5 or more, that is discounted. But also right now, if you want to make Riot Games spend a bunch of extra money, if you sub 5 or more, Twitch will use the sponsorship from Riot Games to give anywhere from 1 to infinite more subs. I think I gifted 5 subs to Robot Spacer yesterday, and it gifted like 10 in addition to mine.
That's crazy.
Like, I look, if it means that Riot Games has to give away more money, I'm fine with that. So this is not me saying, hey, go ahead and gift me 5 subs, but know that if you have any interest in gifting 5 subs, you are making Riot Games also spend more money. So, also, we are live on Midi's channel as well, so if you want to give her 5 subs.
Blink, blink.
Other than that, so yes, we probably did not get to start Liza P finish Liza P this month like I thought we were going to. I would much rather spend time with Midi on CDN, so that is okay. I might do another stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure that out. And then if you stick around to the end of stream, I will be talking about what's coming up with October, because there's a lot, and we'll go through that. But otherwise, I'm going to switch over to the game.
Yeah.
That one. Let me make sure my notes are set up right. If we go to that one. Yeah, good enough. Oh, you can just skip this. We've seen this before. So we are going to skip and get back to where we were. Ooh. Stream is not happy.
Yeah, stream is not gonna be happy with any like moving transitions.
All right.
Let's see. I know there's a button for skipping.
Usually space, isn't it?
Space is not doing anything.
All right.
Enter is not doing anything.
Whatever that is doing it. Hello, Robot Spacer.
That's just me furiously clicking.
Can you furiously tap spacebar? No.
No. Come on, there's got to be a keyboard.
This is a Rempy
right?
game, right? It should be. Let me find. Oh no, it's Unity. They must have made it themselves. Okay. Well, my apologies to your index finger.
It's okay. I'm just gonna use my left hand, and because I have a vertical mouse, I'm just like smacking it.
Okay. For those just joining us, we are rapidly fast forwarding back to get into the catacombs where we were.
Go, go, go. Oh, I have to examine. Bitch. Bitch. Go, go, go. Notre Dame.
I mean, Notre Dame, but yes.
Go. Oh, I know.
Oh, okay.
Go. Where's a friar?
Everyone's having a good Saturday.
That should be smart.
Okay.
The combs of cat. All right, so this is also where we have the chocolate. I don't remember.
I don't remember if we had the chocolate in this one or not. Let's find out.
I don't know if we have it this time. Let us in, you other bird. Here's my fist.
No. Here's a present.
Um,
We don't have the chocolate.
we don't have a present.
Can we bribe?
Yeah, here's. You want some
Here's
$10?
$10. Here, for your troubles.
Ah. Here's something else. My fist. Here's 10 more.
All right, here's another 10. Oh my god. Do we have
Ah,
enough money for that? How much do we have? Oh, yeah, we're
we
fine.
got a lot of money.
Yeah, okay. Fine. Here, take it,
Take
you
it.
money grubber.
It's just that simple. The door to the catacombs. Pitch
Okay.
black.
Now here I
maze.
say we don't skip. I say we just continue from this point.
All right.
Upon entering the doorway, Falcon and Sparrowson find themselves at the top of a stone staircase that spirals into the abyss below. Here.
Here.
Oh, that's you.
Here goes nothing.
They begin the descent. Dot, dot, dot.
Dot dot dot. I knew an underground passage would be dark, but this is ridiculous. I can't even see my hand in front of my face.
Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, Sparrowson.
Ugh.
Dot, dot, dot. Ah, I think that was the last step. Now it's just twisted tunnels ahead of us.
I should take up smoking. If I smoked, I would have a match right now, and we'd be able to see where we're going. Plus, all the health benefits, and I would probably be calmer.
Sparrowson, there are no health benefits to smoking. Keep it together, Sparrowson.
I know. I'll unravel this loose thread on my jacket. We can just trace the string to find our way back if we reach a dead end.
Good thinking. Just like Theseus and the Minotaur.
Wait, there aren't any minotaurs in here, are there? Head of a bull, body of a bull? Scary stuff.
That's not... Actually, never mind. Feels like there's a gap in the wall here. I guess the path branches? I can feel a slight breeze coming from the passage to the left. The air seems a little more stagnant to the right. I don't remember
believe
what
we
we did
took the-
last time.
I believe we took the breezy path.
Okay. There's a chance that the breeze could be caused by an opening. Let's head that way.
The walls feel weird and bumpy.
Go
What
right.
kind of stone is this?
I hate to break it to you, Sparrowson, but it's not stone.
Oh, wait. So what is it?
Well, we're in a crypt.
Oh. Oh dear. I thought we'd be dealing with one or two coffins, not a wall of skeletons.
Keep it together, Sparrowson. Severance life is on the line.
You're right. I have to stay focused.
Dot, dot, dot.
Mm.
Oh. It looks like the path branches again.
Are my eyes going funky from the darkness, or is there a glimmer of light coming from the right path?
No, I see it too. There's definitely some light on that side.
I think we followed the light last time.
Sure.
Yes. It's definitely getting lighter. I can see my hands again. But that just might mean we're getting close to an exit, right? Maybe this has all been a wild goose chase?
Hush. Listen.
Mm. Voices?
Voices. We're getting close.
Wait, Falcon, aren't you scared?
Terrified. There they are.
I'll ask one more time. What is your name? Are you with the police, the Royal Guards? Speak up, bird.
Oh boy, I forgot. Ma'am, Beaumont. Ma'am Beaumont. We've been here all night, and he simply ain't talking. He didn't react to coaxing. He didn't react to torture. Maybe it's time to, administer some justice, right?
Justice. That word.
Oh, the rooster finally crows.
You want to know who I am? Fine. My name is Severin Cocorico. I'm a public prosecutor for the Court d'Assist.
I just realized this. Like, his name's not secret. Why did he wait to get beat up to tell them his name?
He just didn't want to talk. Probably pride.
That's probably true. Well, Sevy, it's been a pleasure, but we can't be having spies running around our base of operations now, can we? So, without further ado, I hereby sentence you to...
Wait a minute, Piero. This is no ordinary spy.
'Cause he's a prosecutor?
No, because he's the bastard who condemned my father 10 years ago.
Whoa! Are you sure?
I had my suspicions when I saw his smug air of arrogance, his holier-than-thou glare. But now that I know his name and occupation, there is no doubt. Do you remember, Bird? Do you remember the trial of a homeless lion in the winter of 1835?
Oh, right, this is the... For you, it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or for me, it was
What
Tuesday.
was your father's name? John Brumort. What were his crimes? His only crime was trying to feed a starving child. He took a handful of vegetables from the grocer's stand, not out of greed, but out of sheer desire to see me survive. But he was seen by a policeman. Another arrogant cocksure like yourself, actually. So my father was thrown in jail. He was dragged to court. I had the privilege of watching the proceedings from the stands. I remember your sharp words. This man is a thief. This man is a scoundrel. He deserves the harshest possible punishment for his crimes. You didn't care about the consequences. You didn't care about why my father did what he did. All you cared about was fulfilling your lust to see a criminal behind bars.
You saying that crime makes him horny?
Huh?
He said that he only cared about sating his lust to see someone go to jail.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? But yes.
I am just reacting to the words on the screen, man.
True. I was just into the reading. I was
You're
like,
okay.
My father received a sentence of 5 years. He died on his third. Do you remember him?
Nope.
Mademoiselle, in all my days as a prosecutor, I have seen over thousands of cases. I am not going to remember a single bread thief. You rotten conard! We're all just insects to you, aren't we? Who cares if a child starves on the streets, as long as you put enough criminals behind bars to meet your quota? Am I right? Your silence speaks volumes of your guilt. Severine Cocorico, you have been tried by the people of the Second Republic. We have found you guilty on the counts of conspiracy, the murder of Croque Major, and the murder of my father, John Beaumont. Oh, I have been found guilty. Mademoiselle, if you want to shoot me, So you can fulfill your revenge fantasies? Then by all means, shoot me. But don't pretend for a moment that this mob resembles a court of justice in any form. A court of justice? Now there's a contradiction. Bird, you know nothing of justice. Friar Ramus, read this man his last rites.
Right. With pleasure, madam.
Miggy, thanks for dropping in. Yes, take care of the doggy.
I demand that you pet the dog in our honor.
Yes.
Thank you for the raid.
Oh, a raid?
Yeah, they raided into your channel.
Oh, I didn't see it. Thank you for the raid. Falcon, we have to make a move. Say something. ...
Yeah, definitely not stay
Speak up.
silent after we did everything we did to get to this point.
Yeah, definitely not.
All right, I'm going in.
I'm coming too.
No, I need you to get out of here. Go find the police, the royal guard, anyone. I'll stall for time.
Falcon. Okay, I'll go get help. Do you have any last words? Just pull the bloody trigger and be done with it.
Wait! Wait. He's right. This is a terrible trial. There's no evidence, no defense, no examination of the facts. You've dragged a man off the streets and decided his fate purely based off your own prejudices and whims. Who the clock does this bird brain think he is? I am this man's defense attorney. I am J.J. Falcon.
JJ, what are you doing?
Defense attorney? You're a raving loony, is what you are. Or a spy. I've seen this monsieur eavesdropping on our conversations before. He cannot be trusted. Everyone, please hear me out.
Well, last time we appealed to Piero.
We did, and it worked. So let's. Oh wait, no. Didn't we appeal to Fontaine?
Oh, yes, you're right. We appealed to Fontaine because he was smart, and then the first thing we said that he was smart. Okay, yes, you're right.
Yes. Monsieur Fontaine. He only met a couple of occasions, but you seem like an intelligent and reasonable person. Why, thank you. I do consider myself to be reasonable. Then surely you can see something wrong with dragging someone off the streets and executing them without a trial. Well, I want to see a better France, monsieur. A France with actual liberty for all. I don't enjoy violence, but I have no qualms with a traitor or two dying to achieve that noble goal. Means to an end, you know.
Do you see, Falcon? This man's death was inevitable. For the good of France, and in the name of justice, he must be killed. Justice. There's that word again.
Madam, I won't presume to know who you are or what you stand for. But shooting this man right now would not bring you justice. It would only serve to satisfy your desire for revenge.
Justice. Revenge. What's the difference? Last time we chose
Due process. Yep.
Because you had to explain it to me.
Due process, madame. By following an organized chain of events, justice ensures that both sides have a fair and balanced trial.
My father did not receive a fair and balanced trial.
Then this is your opportunity to show the rooster how it should be done. Madame. I'm trying to remember how his voice was. It was something like that. Madame, surely you aren't entertaining the words of this heathen.
Fine, Falcon. We'll play this your way. We shall have a formal trial for the murder of the Croque Monsieur.
Excellent. Oh, wrong voice. Excellent. Uh, shall we head back to my office and file the necessary papers?
Don't take me for a fool. You'll walk us right into a trap. We shall have the trial right here and now.
Right here? In the catacombs.
It's as good as a place as any. I suppose we'll be needing a judge.
I volunteer.
No thanks, Piero. We're trying to form a courtroom, not a circus.
Aww. Oh, that was actually his line.
Just. Just go see how the security is doing, Piero. We don't want any more spies wandering in.
Righty-o. Huh? Perhaps I can help, madame. You know that I am a pious man, after all.
Okay, Ramus, you can be our judge, and I will lead the prosecution.
What about the jury? With due respect, I don't trust your peers to be impartial.
Look around you. As we speak, we are being watched and judged by countless dead men and women. They shall be our jury.
That may work as a metaphor, but in practical terms...
In practical terms, it is me you have to convince, Falcon. Convince me that this bird is not guilty. After all, I am the one who...
Did he?
What?
Oh, you cut out entirely for a second. Hello.
Oh no, did you hear my line?
I hear everything except for the last word, so you're fine.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we are ready to get started. The trial of Severin Cocorico is underway. He stands accused of the murder of the man known as the Croque Monsieur in cold blood. Madame Beermart, please explain the details of what happened.
Very well. Last night at the stroke of midnight, 2 gunshots were heard at the Rue des Marmosettes. Piero alerted us, and we managed to arrive before the police did. On the scene, I saw the man known as the Croque Monsieur, a good friend of ours, lying in a pool of his own blood. Standing over the body, I saw the murderer, Severin Cocorico, still clutching his murder weapon.
Am I to understand you did not witness the crime firsthand, madame? That you only saw the aftermath?
Yes, but one of us did happen to see the incident itself.
Man Beermart, I found this here pigeon running through our tunnels.
I am no pigeon, monsieur.
He's a spy in any case. What say I execute him right now? It's all right. He's with me.
With you?
He's my assistant. He carries my bags and stuff.
Falcon, I trust that you do not have any other assistants lurking around the corner.
No, madame.
Then take your lackey out of my sight. Psst, Falcon.
What is it?
I saw someone lurking in the catacombs. I think he was watching us from the shadows.
Mother Raoul?
I don't know. But he got spooked when he saw me. He dropped this.
What's this? A political pamphlet?
A political pamphlet that we have seen before.
Old pamphlet has been added to your evidence folder.
Oh yeah, we got a signed cult guide and a regular cult guide.
Gotcha.
Slay. Alright.
Well, I best be getting back to the patrols then.
Not so fast, Piero. You witnessed the crime firsthand, did you not?
I did, ma'am.
Oop, let me plug in this iPhone really quick. Alright, this should be good. Then you can be our first witness. Go stand in the center.
Okie dokie. Do I need to say an oath or something? That won't be necessary. We trust you.
Speak for yourself. Just tell us what you saw last night, Piero.
Okie dokie. I saw it plain as day. The croque monsieur was just minding his own business on Rue de Marmosets, right? When all of a sudden, this here brute of a rooster appeared with a gun in hand. Bap! The rooster fired. The croc slumped on the floor. Using the last of his strength, the croque monsieur drew his own gun. Bap! Croc fired back.
So, to clarify, Cocorico shot first.
Yes, ma'am. No question there.
What happened next?
Well, I knew you guys. Fontaine, Remus, and you, ma'am, were the only stone's throw away at the cathedral, so I ran to get your help. We all arrived back on the scene maybe a minute after I had left, right?
And there I saw the dead Croque Monsieur and the murderous Severine Cocorico with my own eyes. Thank you for your report, Piero.
Nothing, ma'am.
You see, Falcon? Piero is not the sharpest knife in the kitchen.
True that. Wait.
But he is honest to a fault. I would trust his word with my own life.
Yeah, about that. I don't doubt the man's honesty, madame. Nonetheless, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine? What does that mean?
I don't claim to be an expert of the law. That was always my brother's role in the family. But I think a cross-examination means that Falcon would like to waste our time by asking pointless questions. Actually, it means that I would like to make sure that Piero's story holds up under scrutiny. Yes, I will be asking questions, but only questions that directly relate to the case at hand. Clearly a pointless stalling tactic, madame. Shall we put an end to the trial?
I just want to strangle these guys for being like, don't waste my time. Have some patience. Jesus Christ. No, we will let the bird have his little cross-examination. But I'm warning you, Falcon, don't mess with me.
Were you about to say fucker?
I don't know.
Don't mess with you?
If I get the slightest inking that you are rambling to stall for time, I will end this trial on the spot. Do I make myself clear? Start questioning Cocorico's shoe size or the color of the Croque Monsieur's underwear, and I'll lose my patience.
Yeah, I get it. Alright, so this one we remember. It was plain as day.
Yeah, plain as day.
You claim that you saw the incident as plain as day? Yep, plain as day.
The crime occurred at night.
Hero, I would like to remind you that this crime occurred during around midnight. In February, on an overcast, moonless night, in an unlit alley. What's your point?
It
No
would
real
have been
point.
too dark to see. No real point. I'm just getting on your nerves.
Yep. It would have been dark. So dark that you could not have possibly correctly identified the people involved. Hey! I swear I saw what I saw.
Hold on, Falcon. You slipped up. You say the alley was unlit, but I distinctly recall there being lanterns over the Rue de Marmoset.
Oh, that's right, that's right. We live in La Ville Lumiere. Lumiere? Lumiere? Maybe? There's gas lamps on every street. You're right, Madame Beaumont. There are street lanterns over Rue de Marmoset. But they wouldn't have been any good.
Because we got glass to show you
Yes.
that they're all broken.
The street lamps over Rue de Marmoset were broken. They are completely non-functional. As proof, I present the glass shards that line the alleyway. These shards originate from the panes of broken lamps.
And I've still got holes in the soles of my shoe, so double proof. Those glass shards could have come from anywhere.
You could send one of your underlings to see the broken lamps for themselves if you want.
And waste more time? I think not. This sounds like a stalling tactic.
Excuse me, Madame Beaumont. I don't remember whether the street lamps were broken or were not broken, but I do remember that we had to use a torch to light up the scene. Hey! Whose side are you on? I'm just saying Falcon may be right. It was particularly dark, so it's possible that there weren't any lit street lamps. Are you saying I'm a liar? I thought we were buddies.
Stop quibbling, both of you. Maybe the lamps were broken. Maybe they weren't. It doesn't matter. I know that Piero's testimony is accurate because I, personally, saw the rooster at the crime scene 1 minute after Piero did.
1 minute? That's plenty of time for the real murderer to escape and for the passerby to stumble upon the scene, is it not? You must acknowledge that is a possibility.
I acknowledge nothing.
There is an inkling of doubt. You know that there is a slight notion that Piero may be misremembering what he saw. Don't badger the prosecution, Monsieur Falcon. I wasn't badgering. On to the next witness. Madame Beaumont, do you have anyone in mind?
I do. There is someone among us who is something of a gun connoisseur. A man who knows everything there is to know about the craft of weaponry.
Oh, that's me again.
Shut up, Piero. Get off the stand.
Yes, ma'am. What?
I call Fontaine forward.
Very well. Now, Fontaine, is it true that you are a gun specialist? Well, I hate to brag, but... Yes, I know about guns. Their mechanics, their beauty. Have you heard about the revolver mechanisms America is developing? Wonderful stuff.
Fontaine, let's stick to the guns that were found at the crime scene. Tell us about those.
Oh, right. Very well. This is the gun found on Severin Cocorico's person at the time of arrest. It is a standard-issue percussion lock, Chatteralt Gendarmerie pistol. 24 centimeter length, 15 centimeter caliber. No, millimeter caliber. 15 centimeter caliber would be like a cannonball. Lots of police and soldiers carry these dull things. It's a gun that says, I am a reliable man of the law.
That sounds like our Cocorico.
Does it? Cocorico always told me that the riding crop was his self-defense weapon of choice. It's strange that he had a gun in the first place. Gendarmerie pistol has been added to your folder. And this is the gun found on the Croque Monsieur's corpse, clutched tightly in his hands. It is a turnover pistol, double-barreled, ivory handle, 20 centimeter length, 13 millimeter caliber. This is an exquisite and highly customized gun. It's one of a kind. Whoever used this weapon knew their stuff.
The Croque Monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It's no surprise that his personal weapon would be something so flamboyant.
Turnover pistol. But what's really fascinating about the Croque Monsieur's gun is the ammunition. See, the bore of the pistol has been fitted with a set of grooves.
Please stop, Fontaine. I didn't call you up here to... I didn't call you up here, you show off.
Didn't call you up here. Yeah, they're missing a word. Two. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Or four.
To show off your gun knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us what you uncovered when you examined the Croque Monsieur's bullet wound.
Ah, right. Well, a lead bullet was embedded in the middle of the Croque Monsieur's sternum and appeared to have a straight angle of entry.
So in other words, the Croque Monsieur was facing his killer when he was shot.
That's right. The other interesting point was that the Croque Monsieur's outer clothes were singed. This typically only occurs if the person is close enough to a gunshot to be directly burned by the gun's muzzle flash.
And how close does a person have to be burned by a muzzle flash?
Less than 3 meters, I would say. 5 at the very most. By 15 feet.
Then there is no chance that there was a rogue sniper on the rooftops. The Croque Monsieur's killer was standing in the Rue de Marmosets themselves. As is plainly evident, only one person was found in the Rue de Marmosets at the time of the incident. Prosecutor Cocorico.
Well said, madame. I think you just... not so
Whoopsies.
fast. I would like to cross-examine the
off.
witness.
He started talking, we're just like, no, shut up, not so fast.
I don't think so. You're overstepping your bounds, bird.
Let the lawyer try, Remus. When he fails, there will be absolutely no doubt to anyone in the room that Cocorico is nothing but a bloodthirsty murderer. Cross-examine.
Was it the pistol? Like, the Croque Monsieur's pistol, and we had to ask about the other bullet? Was that it?
Yeah, I believe that's what it was.
Alright, let's give it a shot. Fontaine, about the Croque Monsieur's turnover pistol. Oh yeah.
Tell us about the ammunition.
Yes. You were about to say something about the gun's ammunition before Madame Beaumont cut you off. Could you give us the details?
Welcome, Chico. Yeah, the art style of this game is a big selling point of it for me. That's why I chose it. When Silver gave me a list, anyway. It's actually based on a historical artist, I believe, art style. I just can't remember who off the top of my head.
Yeah, it's like the classical like newspaper artist, right? Like their stuff went into print.
Something like that. Also, the cross hatching and like the tone of the colors make me think of like money. Oh, great. Now he'll never stop talking. Yes, we're at a trial at the moment trying to save this bird rooster guy from getting shot.
I'm glad you asked, Falcon. See, as you probably know, most bullets are just small, round, lead balls, right? But that's not the case here. This particular weapon uses an advanced, iron-tipped, aerodynamic, carefully grooved... Actually, it would be quicker if I just showed you. Take a look. This is an iron-tipped... I'm going to just say mini ball. Mini ball! It's a very rare, top-of-the-line technology. Before last night, I'd never seen one of these in person before.
Yeah, I also do love the characterization of the animals. I just think it's funny that, like, the bird people do have, like, human hands.
Yeah, I mean,
when you
everyone
see
has
them.
human hands, which is weird. But the bird people having human hands just seems off because, like, where are their wings?
Especially birds, yeah. Like, I mean, like, for, like, the cats and the dogs, you're like, okay, that's your standard furry, kind of. But it would be the tip of their wings. Like I said before, the Croque-Monsieur was a legendary arms dealer. It only makes sense that he would have access to the latest weaponry.
Where did you find this bullet, Fontaine? In the turnover pistol's chamber. Mini ball has been added to your evidence folder.
Robot Spacer says, from their Kickstarter page, the idea for Aviary Attorney came about after we discovered the beautiful boat, mostly forgotten artwork of J.J. Granville. After having to abandon traditional newspaper caricatures due to government censorship, Granville moved towards creating more whimsical and surrealistic lithographs for fiction writers. Among other works, he produced the bizarre drawings for The Public and the Private Life of Animals.
That's also what he reminds me of. He reminds me, this art reminds me of the old illustrations in, like, the original printings of Alice in Wonderland.
Ew, that is a good thought.
Hold on, I'm confused. I thought the Croque-Monsieur fired his gun. How is it possible that his gun was still loaded with a bullet? A turnover pistol is double-barreled. That means it can hold 2 bullets at once, ready to be fired in quick succession. Ah, I see. The Croque-Monsieur fired 1 bullet, but died before he can fire the second.
I trust that you have no more questions about this matter, Falcon. We've wasted enough time already.
Where is the other bullet?
No. Where's the bullet?
Where? Not yet. Where is the other bullet?
What other bullet?
The fired mini ball. There were 2 shots that night, remember? One from the assailant and one from the crocodile. I scoured the scene for a couple of minutes, but I couldn't find it. It's a pity. Would have been great to have 2 of these magnificent bullets. Madame Beaumont, did anyone find the fired mini ball in Cocorico's body?
In his body? You are asking if Cocorico was wounded by the bullet? No. That much is plain to see.
So again, I must ask, where is the fired mini ball? ...
Well, I don't have any clue. What are you trying to get at, Falcon?
Isn't it obvious? The bullet wasn't embedded in the alleyway wall, and it wasn't embedded in Cocorico. Then that means...
It flew sky high. Nah,
it hit the
murderer.
The bullet hit the murderer, the real murderer. It must still be embedded in whoever attacked Croque-Monsieur.
A ludicrous notion.
It makes perfect sense. The double-barreled turnover gun, the missing bullet.
Fine, I'll humor you. Let's say that a bullet did indeed hit the real perpetrator. What of it?
Well, it's only been a few hours since the shooting. Presumably, the person will still have the bullet lodged in them. I'm gonna cough. Give me a second.
Sure. You can take a sip of wa if you have any.
Sorry, chat. I didn't mute the right thing. I muted you and not my chat. Oh well.
I mean,
They
I
got
didn't
to hear
hear
me
you
cough.
cough. I didn't hear you cough, so I think you're good.
Well, I muted Discord. Yep.
Oh. Hashtag VTuber coughs.
Yep. One more second. I drank too quick. I'll be right. I'll be just a moment.
Okay. I'm so excited to see what happens after the trial. Or at the very least, what our change
There better be a
will
change
affect.
after all that time.
Yeah, if it's not, I'll be very sad.
I'll be a mite perturbed. Find the
Mildly
person with the
perturbed.
unique iron mini ball embedded in them, and you find the real murderer.
How far are you into the game?
We think we're
Pretty
in the
far.
second
This
to
is
last
like,
act, if not the last act.
yeah. And we're doing pretty well and pretty much winning the whole time, but last
Quote
session,
unquote.
yeah, quote unquote. But last session, um we missed one area that we wouldn't have thought uh we needed to go to, missed something majorly important and got somebody killed. And I was like, no, no. So we're doing that part over. A
Yes, a little bit.
little bit. That's reasonable, but we don't have time nor resources to search every citizen of Paris to uncover an injured gunman.
You don't have to search everyone in Paris. I believe the murderer is to be someone in this very room.
Oh, you think we have a traitor in our ranks?
I do. This was obviously a planned attack. Someone invited Cocorico and the Croque Monsieur to the same place at the same time in order to create a setup. Only someone with a rebel's connections could engineer such an event. This is ridiculous. Excuse me. Are you really saying that someone in this room was shot at last night? That is clearly untrue. A bullet wound can be concealed. Perhaps if you were all to take off your shirt.
No. I'm not having everyone in this room stripped down to their knickers just to cater your outrageous theory. If you can't think of a more reasonable way to prove your stray bullet theory, then we end this damned trial here and now.
More reasonable way? I have a more reasonable way.
What are you thinking, Falcon?
Isn't it obvious? We have the perfect way to uncover whether someone has been shot. The genius solution.
And it's our Explore Extractor contraption. Sparrowson's face is everything. Yeah. I love him. He's so funny. And you can see his weird bird hands here.
Uh,
Are you serious, Falcon? You're relying on the invention of a lunatic?
hmm, I've never been more serious. Madame Beaumont, Freya Ramus, and members of the court. The device is called an Explorer Extractor, the latest in medical technology.
It looks like a children's toy.
I assure you, this is no toy. Designed to find and extract metal embedded in bodies. Battlefield bullet finder and remover, if you will.
Hmm. I'm intrigued. So you're saying that you just swing that device around and it finds a bullet in a person?
Yes, sort of. I don't know. We haven't had the chance to practice with it, really. Madam, these birds are playing you for a fool. There is no way such a device exists. We've seen the device work with our own eyes. Barrowson shall demonstrate.
Me?
Although he will need something to demonstrate on.
The mini ball.
Here we have an iron-tipped mini ball, as presented by Fontaine moments ago. Observe. I place the bullet in my closed fist. It now represents the fired bullet that is currently embedded in the murderer's body. Allegedly. Now, Sparrowson will demonstrate what happens when my hand is scanned with the Explorer extractor device.
So I just do this and. It's humming and buzzing. Is it really detecting that bullet?
Absolutely. What an intriguing device.
Hey, what would happen if I were to hit extract right now?
Uh, please don't. You remember what happened to that steak, right?
My. What is this feeling? It feels like. Or.
Don't let it get to your head.
Okay, I'm convinced, Falcon. Sparrowson, you may perform a cursory scan of each of us with that device of yours.
You must stop humoring these morons, Meta. What good is this doing us?
Remus, they may be morons, but this is a test that will grant us certainty of the rooster's fate. I can afford that time. Psst. Hey, Falcon. What will happen if the murderer is someone not present in this room?
And this is where I said we hella dead? It most likely isn't.
What?
I'm stalling.
Falcon? Get a move on, you two.
I really must express my displeasure at you going along with this farce, Madame Beaumont. Let us end this trial right here and now. You can get the justice you so crave.
Don't worry, Ramus. My patience for this bird brain is wearing thin, too. When this asinine scheme of his fails, he will face the consequences. Lackey Bird, scan the rooster first. He's the prime suspect after all. Okay. Scanny, scanny. Mm, mm. I'm not getting a reaction. That means there is probably no bullet lodged in Cocorico. So. He's innocent! For sure! No. All it means that is that this bird was not shot by the hypothetical bullet. Don't forget, this is all speculation on Falcon's part.
Madam, I must insist that you end this. It is a fool's errand. We have other matters we must attend to.
Ramus, you let me worry about our time management. Piero, you next.
All right, all right. Get it over with.
Scanny, scanny. No reaction. That means that Piero wasn't shot either.
No surprises there, right, guys?
Let's see. Next, we shall test.
Madam, I implore you.
You're being awfully lippy, Ramus. Why don't you go next?
Me? That is really not necessary, madame. I don't want to participate in this ridiculous child's game.
This is no game, and I'm issuing you an order to cooperate.
I refuse. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot.
And the room goes silent. Piero, please restrain Ramus.
With pleasure, ma'am.
Chico says, least suspicious line. Yeah, he's just marking himself as someone who's done something.
What are you doing? Keep your filthy talons off of me. I will not be manhandled by... Ow. Stop that. You're making a mistake. Madame, think a little harder. I have an alibi.
Sparrow Son, do the test. Falcon? I'm not getting a reaction.
That can't be right. Do it again.
There's nothing. Friar Remus has not been shot, as far as this device can tell.
The utter nerve. Manhandle a man of the cloth like that. Remember what I said about being hella dead? As I said
Yeah.
on the floor, madame. I was with you and Fontaine for the entire evening. Could not possibly be in two places at once. Well,
It's true. You were sitting in my line of sight exactly when the murder was supposed to have taken place.
as was I.
Right. Fontaine was sitting with us too, so that rules him out, and I know that I didn't perform the murder, obviously. Which means that every suspect has been accounted for. Go sit down, lackey. Your job is done. You realize what this means, don't you, Falcon? Your little test failed. Your hypothetical bullet theory turned out to be an unsubstantiated speculation. Pure guesswork.
Shall we end the trial now? Wait. There must be someone we're not accounting for. Oh, I don't want to make this joke. I don't want to make this joke. I'm
Oh,
gonna make this joke. Have you seen the meme, the informed consent meme? Like, consensual sex. You're having consensual sex. Did you actually ask everyone? And since the lady says I consent, and the dude says I consent.
You forgot to ask.
Yeah, and then like Jesus is there saying I don't.
Yeah, literally.
Sorry, it's just as soon as they said that, it's like it just popped in my head.
Isn't there someone you forgot to ask?
Yep.
I mean, the person we are speculating is a cultist, so it's
True. It is Cora.
Hi, Coro. Yeah, the art of this game is really nice. We were talking about it earlier. Alas, it's gotta be this guy.
Wait, do we have another slide for him? We do. Oh, we do.
No.
We do. Left-hand side.
Where? Oh, yes, we do. I feel like we didn't have that before. Like when I checked
We
after
definitely
we
did
talked
not.
to him. Slay. This cultist was seen at the Louvre, handing out pamphlets of the Cult of Reason. Who is he?
Does the name Sylvius mean anything to anyone here? Dot, dot, dot.
Hmm. Oh, they all silent. Oh, we got him.
Oh, I was expecting some reaction. Remus, are you sure you don't recognize the name Sylvius? Oh, shit. Were we supposed to choose Judge Remus? Or Judge,
I hope not.
I mean, if he does, then we're literally just going to speed through all of this back to this boy.
Goodness. He could just be lying.
No, it means nothing to me.
Be more direct, Falcon. Go straight for the jugular.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Thank
second
God.
chance. Yeah, I was about to say, please, please don't make me click through it again, please. So, Judge Romulus?
Yes. Remus. Oh, wrong voice. Remus. How is your brother? The man named Romulus. My brother? He was forced to flee the country by our oppressive government. I mean, he murdered somebody. He forced a murder to happen.
Yeah.
You and I know that isn't true. Your brother is still in France. In fact, I think he's lurking in these very catacombs right now.
He's lurking in the catalogs.
See, we've got this picture catalog. He's right here.
An absurd notion. Your theories are getting more and more outlandish, Falcon. Where is your evidence? Oh, I know. I can answer this one.
Yes, and now we can... Yes.
This. I found this in the catacomb tunnel. An introductory guide to the cult of reason.
Thank you, Sparrowson. Now, Friar Remus. Does this pamphlet look familiar to you? No. Never seen it before in my life. Are you sure? Are you sure it doesn't belong to your brother Romulus? No, there are many cultists in Paris. Maybe it belongs to one of them.
Falcon, I'll take your word that your lackey found this pamphlet in the catacombs. But Remus is right. You have no evidence that the man known as Romulus is the one who dropped it. This pamphlet could have been dropped by anyone. It could have even been dragged in on the sole of Pierrot's shoe for all I know.
Wouldn't be the first time. Actually, madame, I know for a fact that this pamphlet belongs to Romulus, and I can prove it. Okay, now we can use the other pamphlet.
This is the important part.
Yeah, this is the
Yes,
thing that we missed last time.
So the signed pamphlet and then
Yes.
probably the pen.
That would be my bet, yeah.
Okay.
Or
Signed
one or the
pamphlet.
other. We'll see what they give us. A little while ago, while visiting the Louvre, I saw a man who looked very much like Romulus handing out pamphlets. As you can see, the pamphlet from the Louvre is identical to the pamphlet from the catacombs, except one important detail. Romulus signed the Louvre pamphlet himself. Is it Chico? Chico Akihari? Is that right? So Chico is asking, do we think they only have animal heads? Yes, because they have talked about like the fur or the feathers of someone's chest. So I'm going to say yes. We have not dethrobed anybody, so we can't say for ourselves.
Oh goodness. Yeah, that's a different route.
No way. My brother wouldn't do something so foolish. Do you see? Right here on the cover page, that is Romulus's signature. Do you see? Do you see? Sorry, it's almost October. If you've never seen the movie Event Horizon, that a quote will make sense to you.
I admire your tenacity, Falcon. But something is blatantly wrong with your evidence. We know that the brother of Friar Remus is named Romulus, But this Louvre pamphlet of yours is signed Silvius.
Clearly an alias. Romulus is on the run from the police, so he must have changed his identity.
That is a plausible theory, but it is unsubstantiated?
Unsubstantiated.
Unsubstantiated. How do we know that this pamphlet was signed by Ramus's brother? Wait, the
Pen!
pen.
This fountain pen. Hey, where did you get that? Is it my brother's or mine? Wow, Remus. Your mouth is almost as big as Romulus's. Anyway, I believe it is yours. Barrelson happened to find this pen in your robes just a few days ago.
I'm quite the pickpocket.
You mean he stole it? Let's not argue over semantics.
Oh, the music's picking up. I
Yeah,
don't know
a
if
little
it's
bit
too
heavy.
loud
I'm
on your
gonna
end.
bump that down a little bit on my side. There
Just
we go.
the symbols. The symbols.
What's important, and what you just admitted, is that you and your brother both own pens like this. See, these pens are unique in that they contain green ink, a very unusual choice of ink color.
A very evil choice, too.
Well, yes, but more importantly... Wow, they're really going to town. Hold on. Down again.
Yeah, the percussions.
Is the same ink that is used on this signed pamphlet. Since there are only two pens, there are only two possibilities. Either Friar Remus has been signing off on atheist cultist propaganda. I would never do such a thing. Or his brother has been using his identical pen to sign cultist propaganda, the same type that was found in these catacombs. Impossible. My clumsy elf of a brother lost his pen a week ago. Oh? So then the only explanation is that you lent him your own. No. You see... Shit. It doesn't matter how you cut it, Friar. One way or the other, you and your brother are tied to the cultist pamphlet. Admit it. Confess.
Falcon, enough. You've made your point. You are asserting that the friar's pen ties him to the cultist pamphlet. I get it.
This is all tenuous, would you not say, madame?
No question. Falcon has suggested a theory that hinges upon a theory that hinges upon yet another theory. It's not hard proof by any measure. He may very well be wrong, but at least he's logical. His theory is self-consistent.
What are you saying, madame?
Falcon, where did you sign? Where did you find? Where did you say you found this leaflet? The unsigned one, that is. Oh, down the catacombs tunnel, through the fork on the left-hand side. Fontaine, Piero, go see if you can find anyone dawdling where they shouldn't be.
Yes, madame. Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Mm.
And now we wait. While Cocorico continues to be crucified.
There's no cross there.
Mm, well, bound.
I'm just crap.
In a moment, one of two things will happen. Either Piero and Fontaine will return empty-handed, and in which case, I'll have no choice but to execute Cocorico. That bird looks so depressed. Yeah, he got beat up and tied up.
Yeah,
So
yes.
he also like you can't really see his pupils, and usually you can. So I think he's just like got a sliver of his life going on. Um, and then I would have to execute you, Falcon, and you, Sparrowson. Us. Not because of what you've seen tonight, although that's admittedly a problem, but because your lies would be treasonous to our new republic. I, I I didn't sign up for this. Or Piero and Fontaine will return with a prisoner in tow, in which case we would be free to cut down Cocorico and skedaddle?
That's a good word. Surely not, madame. You're not going to let these three walk free after everything that's happened. Remember what that rooster did to your father.
Hold your tongue, Friar. If it turns out you've been deceiving me all this time.
Man, Bumort, look who we found. Oh, shit. I think he mostly had the same voice, but we'll do a little bit different. Wow. Oh, stop shoving me. I can walk myself. Uh-oh.
Excuse me. Do you need me to take up any of the guys?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Oh.
Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Well, well. We really do have a ghost in the catacombs. Introduce yourself, Wolf.
Very well, mademoiselle. My name...
Madam.
Right, madame. Whatever. My name is Sylvius.
Don't you mean Romulus? That alias isn't fooling anyone, Your Honor.
All right, all right. I am Romulus, twin brother of Remus, and loyal servant to the rebel cause. That's the whole truth. He's telling the truth, madame.
She's getting upset.
Like the cartoon, her head is slowly turning more and more red from the bottom up, and a little tea kettle sound is happening.
Yes, literally.
Long live the Second Republic? Right, guys?
I have a lot of questions. Both for you, Romulus, and for you, Remus. I don't appreciate being lied to.
It seems that you have your hands full, so we will just be taking our leave.
Not so fast, Falcon. Your theory is still unproven.
Ooh, are we gonna get to rip the bullet out of him?
Yeah. Pain! Because he deserves it. Because he pushed us in the river and we almost died.
Well, and he basically blackmailed the nice swan lady by threatening to kill her parents. Led
Yeah.
to the guard dog dying through those threats.
Oh, yeah, through poison.
Yep, bunch of other things. Anyway.
You know, I kind of forgot that he did all that. I most remembered getting pushed into the river and being mad about that. But oh man, I hope we can rip the bullet out of his stomach. That'd be cool. If it turns out that Romulus has no bullet in him, then you would have no evidence that implicates him of the Croque-Monsieur's murder.
That's true.
Cocorico would still be the prime suspect.
Bullet in me. What are you guys on about?
Bullet in me? It's more likely than you think. Spare me. Fontaine, hold him down.
A bullet? In my body? Holding me down?
They just slapped that man on the floor.
Fontaine walks up. What does the 5 fingers say to the face? Ow. Ow, ow, ow.
Chico says this sprite is so full of personality. I'm biased towards Buford. Yes, we do love a girl boss. And Coro says, I like how the Wolfmen are named Romulus and Remus.
Yes.
We do love symbolism here. Barrowson, do your test. I'm on it. Scanny, scanny.
Yinhua. Oh, I'm sorry you're sick, Yinhua.
Oh, feel better. I love you.
Shout out in my chat. Yinhua, you are
It's
wonderful.
buzzing.
I wish you the fastest recovery.
Yes, yes. Lots of water. It's buzzing. It's really buzzing around his shoulder.
I see blood. There's definitely a bullet wound there. That's an old bullet. An old war wound. I got it fighting in Algeria in 36. Obviously a desperate lie. My brother is being completely honest, madame. He is a veteran. He was shot in battle. Well, we just need to see what type of bullet it is then.
You
Oh.
know, I could just extract the bullet right here and now. That would remove all doubt. That power I was talking about? Yeah, I can do it right now.
Oh.
You can do it!
I mean, I'm leaving this up to you.
Violence!
All right.
Violence! Blood!
Extract that sucker, Sparrowson. Ooh!
Ew! That sounded nasty!
Ah!
Wow. Sucked it out like a pip from a grapefruit. Oh, hey, look at that! If I'm not mistaken, this is one of them newfangled bullets, right, Fontaine?
There's no mistake. It's an iron-tipped mini-ball, just like the one in the Croque Monsieur's gun. Do you realize what this means, madame? It clearly demonstrates that Romulus confronted the Croque Monsieur before Cocorico arrived. This is undeniable evidence that Cocorico has nothing to do with the crocodile's death.
You're right. I made a mistake. I haven't forgotten what the rooster did to my father, but this bird clearly had no part in killing of the Croque Monsieur. Therefore, I cannot honestly call him an enemy of the Second Republic. Your friend is free to go. Fontaine, cut the rooster down.
Right away, madame. Thank you, madame.
For what?
For giving us an opportunity to show you what justice looks like. Before, you asked what the difference is between revenge and justice, and I replied due process. Well, it was crude and messy, but today you gave us the chance to show you what due process looked like.
Piero and Fontaine will help carry your friend to the tunnel entrance.
We're on it, madame. Will you be okay by yourself with the 2 wolves?
These toothless old dogs? I think I'll manage.
She does have a gun. Of course.
Yeah, one of them does have a gun. I feel like she's a quicker shot, though.
Yes. Come, brother. To your feet.
So, cultists.
Cultist is such a strong word. Listen, mademoiselle.
Don't Mademoiselle me. I shall be asking the questions here. Tell me, Friar, are you a cultist too?
Madam, I'm just a humble servant of God.
Ugh, I never realized how poisonous your words are. You've been spewing lies since the very start, haven't you?
Madame,
At least tell me why you two killed the Croque-Monsieur.
because... Allow me, brother. You want to know the truth. We want exactly the same thing as you. And we want a world without class. A world without false rulers and gods. A world where only the reason of man reigns. A world of true equality and fairness. That is what you strive for, no? But you cannot achieve such a goal without violence. Your methods are too passive, too naive. So we set up a situation where you would be forced into action. Make the government look like murderers to the rebels, and make the rebels look like murderers to the government. Then you would be forced to take up arms.
Shake SMH my head.
Shake my head, my head.
Yes. Another lie?
But that was the truth.
You claimed that you wanted equality, but you just want a world where you stand above everyone else. A world where carnivores reign. You're a rabid animal at heart.
You've got me. But can you honestly say that you never wanted power for yourself? You're a carnivore too. Don't deny it.
No, I've never wanted power. All I've ever wanted was a world where no child has to grow up without a father. Did you know that the Croque-Monsieur was something of a family man? He once confided in me that he had 5 children and a late wife.
Oh shit. I had no idea.
Tell me, Romulus, do you have children?
Me? No, mademoiselle, Oh, br- brother?
As for you, Friar, get out of here.
You, you aren't going to kill me? Koro!
He's like, "You're gonna kill my brother and not just let me just go out? Please? Please?"
Koro. Koro saying,
Kokoro.
that was hot.
Wow,
Koro,
she just
don't
whipped
be
out that
aroused
gun
by
and killed that
murder.
guy.
That's not alright. But I'm not gonna judge. Anyway, you aren't going to kill me.
I ought to, but you are the worst kind of person. A man who will cling to any ideology to claw his way higher. But I know that you weren't the one to pull the trigger on the Croque-Monsieur. Maybe there's a slither of goodness left in you.
I... I...
Go, before I change my mind. Is this what justice looks like? It's so uncaring. Your game has been saved! Damn, that was heavy.
Yes. So, question before you hit... Oh, never mind.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, question for you. I did do some minor spoiler checking just to get an understanding of time. The final act is 4 days. I don't know anything more than that. Do you have the time for that?
Mm, 4 days should be okay. Let me just do a quick checky check.
Have you eaten the dinner?
I have eaten the food, yes.
Okay. I mean, because, like, I can go as long as we need to. For Robot Space in the chat, he can attest amount to some of our co-streams going way into the AM of the night. And this is where I say, hey, Jimmy, you suck. Anyway.
Okay, let me just checky check.
One Secret Crush saying, a croque madame. I wish. I after we got to this case the last time, I did try looking around town for places that had croque monsieur or croque madame, because they're delicious. And there are no places that I could readily get it delivered, and the restaurants that do make it only make it seasonally. So I've started looking at recipes to find one that I find appealing, so I can just make one myself.
Okay, we can finish out.
Sorry, Robot Spacer in my chat saw my comment about Jimmy and he said, man, fuck Jimmy. Look, there was a very cool, it was actually last Halloween. There was a very cool game called At Dead of Night, which was an FMV adventure game / horror game. But man, the last act was RNG based and hard as balls, and it was
not RNG.
It was, oh, I want to say it was 6 hours the last stream we did. I think.
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit
I would have
longer.
been like, guys, I can't do it. I gotta go.
I mean, we split it up over multiple streams. I'm just saying the last stream that we did for it was about 6 hours.
Oh my goodness.
It was great. Like everything else other than the RNG in the last act was great.
So that part, I love that.
All
right, let's get back to it.
And that wasn't even the hard mode.
Oh boy, it gets worse.
Yeah, Cora, I too would like a croque monsieur.
Oh man. You kicked so much derriere at that impromptu trial yesterday. Those rebels were all like, we're executing this punk. Mob justice. Rah, rah, rah. But you were all like, this isn't how we do things in France, chicken pluckers. And then they were all like,
I love the idea of chicken pluckers being an alternative way of saying motherfucker. I love that idea. I'm going to steal that.
gosh.
Barrelson, let's get serious for a moment.
Serious? You just pulled off the craziest luring move in the history of the French law. We should be celebrating.
Barrelson, thank you for being my hype man. However, we don't have time to pull out the champagne. Didn't you see the anger in the rebels' eyes? Didn't you feel the tension in the air? We are just days away from violence breaking out in the street.
Oh, yeah. I guess another revolution might be around the corner. But what exactly can we do? We already told the police everything we know. Unless you're not thinking of arming yourself to the teeth and fighting the rebel forces yourself. Are you?
Going out there like the man with no name in a Western movie. What? No. You watch action operas? You watch far too many action operas. Is that a thing? Someone Google if there was ever actually like action operas. I was thinking of preparing a legal case.
A case? For whom?
At their core, all historical revolutions center on trial. The nation's rulers are tried and held accountable for their crimes. But you saw the horrendous trial that took place last night. No one cares about due process when emotions are running high. Regardless of the outcome of the revolution, we need to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for justice.
That makes sense. So, what's the plan? We head to Quinnell's Tavern and hand out some business cards?
Think bigger. Who will the rebels target?
The king?
Exactly. To the Palace Royale.
Onward! Act 4B.
Elite? I don't know how to pronounce that. Chat, if you have a better pronunciation, please let me know.
France.
Falcon and Sparrowson rush to the Palace Royale to arrange a private audience with the king. After filling in a pile of forms, the two are led to a waiting area.
I can read.
Sure.
Are you here to see the king?
That's right.
Okay. Take a number and wait to be called.
Take an...
Yep. Just wait your turn.
Jesus,
Oh.
okay. More fools who have come to see the king. Let me guess. Lawyers. That's right. How did you...
Hey, I know you. You're the Prime Minister. Monsieur
Guzot?
Guzot?
Guzot? Maybe? Oh, wow. You're right, Sparrowson. It is an honor to meet you, Prime Minister. Spare the formalities. You two are here to offer the king legal aid, aren't you?
Yep. We're gonna offer him assistance for the upcoming rebellion.
Let me give you a word of advice. Don't bother. Excuse me? The king doesn't take kindly to any form of criticism. He buries his head so far in the sand that one could swear he's an ostrich. One would think the 7 assassination attempts would be enough for a man to learn that he is detested. With all due respect, Prime Minister, I think the King of France is mature enough to not let his ego get in the way of senses. So one would think.
24?
That's us. It was a pleasure meeting you, Monsieur. Good luck. You'll need it. Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Bum bum. 24? Calling number 24?
Good day, Your Majesty. I don't remember
I think
who...
I read him before.
Okay.
Good day, messieurs. ... Can I help you with something?
Oh, I probably should have prepared a speech beforehand. That would have been smart, huh?
Just wing it,
Oh
bird
boy.
brain.
Right, let's see. How to start. Oh boy.
Oh, great and pious ruler. Listen up.
I say go with Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, what I'm about to say is of the utmost importance. Please listen closely. Please keep your hands and arms in the royal chair at all times.
Okay, I'm listening. Oh boy, we're forming a paragraph.
The first
There's
one, third one is hilarious, but for those that are not aware, merde, it means shit. Honestly, I still think the middle option.
The first one?
The middle option.
Oh, the middle. A storm is on the horizon.
There is a storm coming. Rebels are plotting your downfall, and many believe that a serious uprising is imminent.
Imminent, you say? Goodness.
Definitely not the third one.
We can help for a price.
Maybe the first?
Yeah, I feel like this is nicer. The other one is like, you need our help. This is like, we humbly are offering. Yeah, we'll go first.
We are sure that such a pitiful result will blow over in no time at all. Nonetheless, we would like to humbly offer our aid as lawyers. We may be great use to the throne in this troublesome time.
Hmm. Hmm. I think I understand.
You do?
I understand that you are a pair of con artists attempting to screw a self-made bourgeoisie out of his hard-earned cash. You have
Uh,
some nerve to even
Louis,
impl-
you're legal royalty. There's nothing self-made about you.
I'm self-made girl boss, obviously. You have some nerve to even imply that my people hate me. I am the citizen king. I am beloved by all.
Oh boy.
Beloved kings tend to experience fewer assassination attempts.
Oh, well.
Beck, have these two crooks thrown in jail. Maybe that will teach them a thing or two about respect.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, Secret Crush. Secret Crush mentioned that he was made king after the first revolution. So maybe he's still not self-made, but he's not like in a line of royalty.
Right away, Your Majesty.
You can't be serious.
Dun dun.
Oh, he was serious.
Both Koro and Chico say, Donald Trump chicken.
Boy. No, he at least actually ran something successfully as part of France. You can't say that same. You can't say the same thing about the other.
Whoop whoop. Well, this is another fine mess you've gotten me into.
There's no need for that attitude, Sparrowson. We won't be in here for long. 2 months passed. Once we receive a court hearing, the judges will no doubt dismiss our charges instantly.
And how long will it take us for us to get a court hearing? Tell me that, Monsieur Smarty Pants.
A week or so, I'm guessing?
Hmm.
I can see why that might be a problem. The revolution could be in full swing by then. What to do, what to do.
We could try escaping.
Don't be ridiculous. Nobody's ever escaped from the conciergerie before.
Ah, but nobody has ever locked the genius Sparrowson and his witty lackey Falcon into the same jail cell before.
It's an absurd suggestion.
Got any better ideas?
Okay, let's break out of prison. Because that's a thing that you can just do.
Fantastic.
Ew, select an area to examine. Well, this is the straight up door. There's a little dent here. One of us could hide.
And what would that do? Oh. Hide? What would that accomplish?
Well, a guard would eventually come in and be like, where's the other guy? And then we use momentary confusion to push him over and escape.
Do you really think an experienced guard would be confused by a prisoner hiding in a little hole in the wall? We can do better.
Well, this actually might be the door, but what is this? I don't even know what it is. Look, Falcon, a loose brick. We could wait for the guard to transfer us to some place, sneak up behind him, and then.
And then we get a death sentence for murder. I think not. Let's search a little harder. A fireplace. It's been bricked up, so escaping up the chimney isn't an option.
There's a bit of scrap metal in this hole. I think it broke off an iron shackle. We could dig through the stone walls with this. See? It's all scratchy.
That may actually work, if we had a decade or two.
So that's a maybe on the stone digging scheme?
Well, I'll keep it in mind in case the king decides to go all Count of Monte Cristo on us.
Oh. A ledge! Give me a leg up, and I can grab on and shimmy my way over somewhere.
Let's be honest, Sparrowson. Neither of us have the physical prowess to shimmy anywhere.
They're both birds and they cannot fly. Anywhere else?
I
Seems
think
like
that's
it's a
it.
no.
I give up.
So soon.
Yes. Trying to escape from a notoriously inescapable prison wasn't the smartest plan we'd ever devised. Well? That voice. Oh, it's Cocorico. That condescending tone.
It's the boyfriend coming to the rescue? Just what are you two bird brains doing?
Severin! Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. The injuries I sustained were mostly superficial.
Yes, Chico, this is what he looks like when he hasn't been beaten vigorously over the head.
Yeah, literally. The doctor advised me not to do anything strenuous anytime soon, but he gave me the all clear for returning to my job. So, tell me, why did I get a memo informing me that JJ Falcon and Sparrowson were being held in the
Conciergerie, I think?
conciergerie for treason? It's all Falcon's fault!
It's true.
Naturally.
I figured that. If a revolution is inevitable, then we should do our best to ensure that the uprising proceeds in an organized manner. The less bloodshed, the less bloodshed, the better.
Okay, so what did you do?
We offered the king our assistance. We said that we would defend him in court if and when such a need arises.
Well, we didn't quite use those words. This isn't the first time the king has had someone in prison for something so pointless. What a pig-headed fool. Consider your charges dropped. Alright, let's get out of here. Hold on. You've caught my interest with that idea of yours. A bloodless revolution. You are absolutely right in that if the king is captured, the citizens will dissolve into an unruly mob of animals. We should prepare for a formal trial. No, we should preempt it.
We? You're going to help us?
Of course. This isn't a task that can be handled by two birds alone.
What do you mean by preempt, Severin?
We go on the offense. We charge the king with crimes against the French people before the rebels can even act.
We can do that?
We can certainly try. I'll start building up a case against the king. My argument will be focused on the king's gluttonous and irrelevant
Fiscal.
fiscal policies, his lack of commitment to his political
Socio-political.
promises, socio-political. Ew, we're struggling today. His overall inept and irresponsibility on all facets of his duties as a monarchical ruler. He's using too many syllable words. And obviously, his denial of universal suffrage.
Obviously.
How am I supposed to defend the king from all that?
You can't. If you try to argue with the logics and facts, this hypothetical trial will inevitably result in a landslide guilty verdict. So, I suggest that you take a different approach. Appeal to the king's character. Try to win the people's hearts with tales of the beloved Citizen King.
He hasn't been called the Citizen King for like 10 years, even.
It was just a suggestion. But consider this. You don't need to win the case. You just need to make a strong enough argument that the trial is fair. All that remains is ensuring the king can be peacefully brought to the courthouse when the protests start to turn violent. That's a job for the police and the royal guard. I'll inform the Inspector Velotre of our plan so that he can prepare accordingly. At least, I would if I could find him.
Inspector Velotre is missing.
Apparently, he's taken an informal leave of absence since Wednesday. Hold on, Falcon. One thing eludes me. As you probably figured, Inspector Velotre had me perform an investigation into your past. He thought you were the Viridian killer, crazy as it sounds. And, well, I'm sorry for doing that. It was quite invasive of me, but I can't help but wonder. Why did you change your name around 1830?
Because I was ashamed, I suppose. I had a family name to live up to. My grandfather was something of a successful lawyer. So, when I turned up in my classes at law school, people would gawp at me. They would say, "Wow, you have big shoes to fill," and your grandfather would be proud. But I was a terrible lawyer, mediocre at best. And I knew that deep down, I would never be half the man my grandfather was.
Fascinating. I had no idea. Who was your grandfather, if you don't mind me asking, Falcon?
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, he was just another overly opinionated rebel who died in the old revolution.
I see. Well, let us not dilly-dally any longer. We have duties to carry out.
Right. We're gonna find some anecdotes, and we're gonna defend the king, whether he likes it or not. Dun dun.
And now begins our 4-day escapades.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess I don't know that we need to go anywhere, so let's just start from the top and work our way down.
I suppose so. Let's see. The market. The view of the Louvre. Library. The court. We did mention, well, Sprouse had mentioned that as a joke, handing out business cards here. I mean, we might need to see the Armen. These guys could probably help us. Oh, these guys might be able to help us. And then also going to the library to find some anecdotes of the kid.
Sure.
Do you have a preference of either of these?
No, I mean, like, again, I think we start from the top and work our way down, but I think that going to any of them makes sense.
Hmm.
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
By which I mean you're the one actually running the game, so you get to choose.
Yeah. Library.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Nathan never lets us down for useful information. I'm sure he's got something interesting and pleasant to say about the king.
Pleasant? No. Interesting? Yes.
Oh, it's you, monsieur. Perhaps you will surprise me today and actually ask to take out a book. Nope.
Nope. Just the usual today. An endless stream of questions.
You two need an encyclopedia. Well, go on then. Ask whatever drivel you want to ask. Have you ever met the king?
Oop, my dad's calling. One moment.
Yep, sure. Hi, Midi's dad. This is a good time for me to pause and mention that, A, if you are the person who randomly gifted 5 gift subs last night, thank you. You gifted anonymously, so I don't know who you are. And B, it is nearing the end of September. These streams are always free 99. I do not expect anyone to sub. But if you would like to... Ooh, we got an excited dog. Hold on.
Doggy.
If you would like to, right now, if you gift, you also get to force Riot Games to give away extra money. Apparently, every 5 gift subs gets a random number of free subs also added on from Riot Games sponsorship on Twitch. We saw last night when I gifted 5 to another channel, it gifted an extra 4? 5? 10? I can't remember. It was a lot. And then when whoever anonymously gifted to here while that stream was going on, we got an extra... Man, B is very excited. Oh, he is getting home. So I got an extra 3 subs, which was wild. So again, no worries, but now's the time.
On top of the current September? Yes, I do believe so.
Yep. B never barks, so I was very
All right.
confused. But she's just very excited
Have you ever
that
met the king?
he is home. I have. As a matter of fact, he occasionally drops by this library to check out books. Unlike some people. What sort of books does he check out, monsieur? No, sorry. What sort of books does he check out, monsieur? Thick books. I believe the last one he checked out was An Expansive History of Macedonian Empire. One second.
Okay.
Okay. Hi. B is very excited. I'm going to go... She was eating dinner. I'm going to go let her out of her crate real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Doggy is so squeaky. Also, if you see my mouth opening and closing, it is because I am taking a bite of food. I promise I don't chew with my mouth open. A munch, munch, crunch, crunch. Minecraft eating noise. Hello, sugar.
She is never that barky. She was very excited that Kia was home. Let her out of the crate. She bolted over to where Kia was and, like, started jumping around. So,
Aw.
hey, Ame, how are you?
You're
Okay.
good. It is technically also late for me.
Yes. Again, you say stop anytime. We can stop.
I want to finish.
I do. I also want to finish. Yes, we're very close. I had no idea that His Majesty was interested in academic history.
I'll make a note. King Louis Felipe is a well-read and intelligent man.
It must be said that the books are usually returned with footprints on the cover.
He's barefooting these books, bro?
This leads me to believe that the king may just be using them to stand on during speeches.
That's crazy. He would have just got a chair.
Oh,
Well, just leave that part out.
was there anything else? Is the king a good leader?
Is he?
From your well-educated standpoint, is King Louis a good leader as far as leaders go? Well, I can't fault the king's pro-business spirit. The big industry leaders love him.
Oh, this sounds promising.
Of course, this comes at the expense of everyone who isn't a bourgeoisie. The wealth divide is stronger there. Holy crap, he is Trump.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Maybe not.
Even Chico said he released. Oh.
You can forget about socially progressive policies. King signs off on all of Guizar. Let's see, what did Koro thought it was?
Koro said Guizo.
Guizo. Yeah, that's probably right. Guizo's backward-thinking policies. And of course, in terms of leadership and charisma, the king is about as personable as a rotten pear. Well,
Yikes.
that'll do, monsieur. Simple no would have sufficed.
That's all.
That will be all. Thank you for your time and patience, monsieur. Huh. I look forward to your next round of idiotic questions.
It's very funny too because while you can't see the guy's eyes, you can see that his fist is clenched so tightly you can see the vein.
You can see his eyes. Right underneath his cap.
I don't see no eyes, Silver.
Okay. It's there. Between his cap and the flap of his collar.
Nope.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Also, on Secret Crush says, this is what you get for asking an ass his opinion. Really do.
What does he do?
Kia brought me a payday candy bar, so I'm gonna take a bite of that real quick.
Looks like gosh, I had a meme quote for taking a bite of something. Oh, I remember what it is.
Oh,
It's
sorry,
an
Unstable Deuce
inappropriate
said that.
one. I'll spare you of that quote.
Okay. Yes, his name was Nathan. It pains me every time that we see it. Where are we going next?
Let's see. Let's go to the halls. People there must say something. Time for some shopping, Falcon?
Maybe later. For now, we need to find people who've spoken to the king. Been known to pass through the halls on occasion, so if we're lucky.
Hey, messieurs, it's us, remember?
We remember. Are you keeping well, madame?
Absolutely. Never been better. So what can I sell you today?
Information. We're looking for positive stories about the king. I don't suppose that you have any.
I'm sure she doesn't, because when we first saw her, she was begging outside of the king's palace. Yeah.
Yeah.
The king? No. I haven't got nothing to say about the king. The king's, smelly egg thief. Quiet, child. You know what they say about a king having spies everywhere.
This is spice.
Sorry, trying to not choke on a peanut. Calm down, Sparrowson. The rumors of the king having an elaborate spy network are patently untrue.
Then how do you explain the shutdown banquets, huh? Government's been clamping down on anyone who dissents, you know?
Let's get this conversation back on track. Joey, can you tell us why you think the king's a smelly egg thief?
My name's not Joey. It's nothing you need to concern yourselves with, messieurs.
Please go on.
Please, go on.
Please, go on, madame.
Don't worry, we aren't spies. At least I don't think we are. I know, I trust you guys. See, a couple years ago, we were running a shop. An antiques and odds and ends shop. And we had an egg. It was a golden egg, this super precious one. We must have bought that thing for 200 francs, but it was easily worth 10 times that. We were pinning on making a nice, tidy sum from it.
I see. An investment egg. So, what happened?
Well, one day we were visited by the king, no less, and the old King Lufil showed an interest in our egg. So we're thinking this would be a great chance to make some bank, yeah? But then the geezer just goes and waddles off with it.
Without paying you?
Ah, yeah, he paid us, alright.
What's this?
It's a coin of one of the king's guards flipped our way. It isn't even French. I think this is British. One of those crazy imperial unit coins from a crazy imperial country.
I have no idea what the British-French exchange rate is. But can we buy this off you, madame?
Put your wallet away and keep it. It's worthless to me.
Hot
Got the coin.
coin?
Losing that egg bankrupt us. It put us on the streets. But now we've bounced back. Sauteing and gamade better than ever.
That's excellent to hear. Anyway, we must take our leave. You've been a huge help, madame.
We're going to kick that king's butt and get your egg back.
No. Hold on. We're supposed to be the defense.
Dun dun. Day 3.
Want the arts? Also, to be clear, there are 4 days of activity, not 4 days doing this.
Blinking. I don't know what that means.
So that means that I would not be surprised if we go through all of these, and that counts as 1 day as far as the thing that I looked up.
Okay.
To be
I
clear,
really
the
wanna
thing
know-
says it ends on Friday the 18th. So
Okay. So I'll do the Ponta Arts first, and then we could go to the associates.
yeah. Oh, it's the Fisher King. That's not actually a Fisher King.
A fisherman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Monsieur Kingsley, we need your help. I don't remember, so I'm going to say, finally! It's about time someone here appreciated my skills.
Your fishing skills, right?
The term is angling, wise guy. This has nothing to do with fishing. Let me cut the preamble. We are looking for the people who have positive stories about the king. Would you happen to have any? Stories, huh? You came to the right guy. I have a whale of a story for you. So the other day I was fishing, and I caught this monster of a catfish. It was 2 meters long, easily.
He means angling. Here we go. I caught a fish and it was this big.
Oh, sure. I drag a 90-kilogram falcon out of the water, and everyone buys it. But I claim to catch one big fish, and suddenly everyone's a skeptic. Please continue your story, Monsieur Kingsley. Oh, right. So anyway, the king of all people happens to be walking by with his entourage. And they all clapped and cheered and came over to see the fish. And then the king says, I'm hungry. Let's cook this fellow up. The fish or the bird? And then he just walks off with my fish. Can you believe that?
Yep.
Yeah, I would.
We've already
Based off everything
heard
else
him
we've heard,
ex-
yeah.
Yep, yeah, literally.
I can believe that. Seems something like a royal penguin would do.
Did you at least get paid for your fish?
Oh, yes. Oh, man, hold on.
Doggy.
Okay. Oh, yes. One of the royal guards was nice enough to flip 1 franc by... Man, B, what are you doing? Oh.
It's okay if...
No, it's fine. I'm just trying to... She's never this loud, so I'm worried if something's wrong's going on. She's playing with Willow.
I see.
They are running around the living room. Okay. Yes, we can continue on. I've read this line now twice. 1 franc. You may as well just flip the bird. No offense.
Aha! So the king supports the local fishing industry. I'm writing this down.
I have no idea if this story will be any use to us, but we appreciate your time, monsieur. Good day to you.
Bye, Monsieur Fisherman.
Hey, don't call me a fisherman.
Dun dun. A new day. So let's go over here.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Visitors, Monsieur Volpez, visitors.
Ah, if it isn't Monsieur Falcon and Monsieur Sparrowson, how may I help you two today? We are doing very well, Monsieur. We don't have much time, so let me cut to the chase. We are collecting positive anecdotes about the king. Would you happen to have any? Positive anecdotes? How curious. As it happens, I've met the king twice. Once, as you know, I was in my Juan Corrido persona. Oh, right, of course. I don't think that story will be any use to us. What was the other incident? I can tell you, but there is a price.
You cheapskate.
Are you serious? You are such a money grabber.
If it weren't for us, your Tootsie would still be in jail.
The fox has to eat, monsieur.
69!
What?
69! We have 69 francs!
Oh. I was like, I don't think it's that type of game, Midi.
I mean, he had his boobs out in the beginning of the game.
He did. Fine, fine. How much do you want? 40 francs sound good?
That's a lot.
10,000. What? That's a bit much. I don't think I have that kind of money, monsieur.
What?
No matter. I'm sure you'll think of some way of repaying the debt.
Between that and my medical bills, we should be ready to afford basic things like food by the year 4000?
Let's not worry about the debt for now, messieurs. Let me just tell you the story.
Oh my god, he was being serious about the money? He better not be.
It was several years ago, 1841, I believe. I was lingering around the city.
The
Isle de la Cite, maybe? Isle de la Cite? I was in pursuit of an investigative lead, so I had adopted the persona and outfit of a sickly beggar. That's when I approached by a kind-faced man. It was the king himself. He took a 20-franc coin out of his pocket.
If it's French, it should be pronounced something like eel, but you say it a little faster. Eel? Eel?
The king gave money to a sick beggar. Or at least, someone who looked like a sick beggar. That's great. We can use that. I'm not done, monsieur.
Uh-oh.
The king took the coin out and said, I know what it's like to be poor. When I was your age, I only had 1,000 of these to my name.
No, brother.
Then he pocketed the coin and left. Well,
That's foul. That's foul.
pretty fucked up.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I'll make a note. Gave financial advice to the poor and needy. Oh.
Well.
This isn't even worth 10k, Franz. Judge, kill this king.
I hope that my anecdote was some use to you, monsieur. It might be, but I don't feel that we got 10,000 francs worth of material. I see. No matter. Just keep me in mind if you ever see a potential client. We will. Have a pleasant day, monsieur.
Gosh.
Okay, no. For some reason, my
What?
activity feed just updated to show the gift subs from last night.
Oh.
Like, what just happened? I didn't see any notifications. No, because there weren't any.
So the Justice and Quinnell's. So let's go to Quinnell's.
All right. Just the dodo I wanted to see. Madame Quinnell, quick question. Have you ever served the King of France?
Good one, hon. That's hilarious. Me. Serving the king. Me. Would you like some wine, your majesty? I can't wait to serve the king of Denmark. I think that was a no.
I think you might be right. Oh.
Drinking
Drinking
room?
room? Oh. Spectre
Oh,
Valerity.
he's not dead. Oh, he did just hiccup.
He's drunk as fuck. Hello, Inspector? The Falcon! JJ Falcon. Yes? I think I made a mistake.
I'll say, do I see 2 empty bottles of Russian vodka? It's a mystery how you're still standing.
No, listen, this is important. Inspector, maybe we should have this conversation when you're a little more sober. No, Falcon, listen. Falcon, Falcon, I thought you were the warden killer.
The what?
The what? The Viridian killer. The man who injured me in the July mission. You thought I was the Viridian killer? How'd you ever come to that conclusion? I saw that you changed your name around 1830 and you made an assumption.
You made an ass out of you and me.
Wait, is that why you gave Severin a tip-off? Were you trying to lure the animal out of me or something? I'm sorry, Falcon. It was a mistake. Do you forgive me? I mean, oh, we can actually say no. All right, your choice.
No. I mean, I guess.
Yeah, sure. I forgive that you for assuming that I'm a mass murderer, and then for nearly killing me and Severin in order to prove it. Uh-oh. Then, thank you, Falcon. Now listen closely, Inspector. I have a favor to ask. A favor? For you, JJ? Anything.
Maybe we should wait until the inspector's a little more coherent.
No, I want help. I must pay my debt. Excellent. So, Severin and I are planning a case. A very big case. Against the King of France. We intend on trying him before the rebels can get their hands on him. When the rebellion starts, we would like you to bring the king to the courthouse. Do you think you can do that? Inspector? Treason! You are sympathizers to the rebel cause. This isn't treason, Inspector. We're ensuring the safest outcome to an inevitable revolution. You are treason. You are treason. I'm sleepy. You are scum.
Told you. Incoherent.
Yeah, I guess you were right, Sparrowson. Well, Inspector, maybe you should contact us if you change your mind, and once you've sobered up. Hello, Willow.
Doggy.
We don't need to play cards.
I'm just going in here, and if they ask for cards,
Yep.
no. No.
Willow dog. Hello.
Alright, so they have no extra stuff.
All right.
Are you ready to hit the road? Let's go. No anecdotes there.
Just treason.
Just I
Excuse
can't get
me,
over how
Judge
detailed
Maxine?
this guy is.
Oh, hello, Falcon. Nice work on that catacombs business. Word has really spread around your impromptu lawyering skills. Really? I'm gaining a reputation.
Hey, I help too.
Of course you did. Robinton?
Sparrowson.
I'm Ron Burgundy? Right. Sparrowton. Barrington. Judge Maxime, I don't suppose Monsieur Cocorico has filled you in on what we've been working on since then. No, it hasn't. How to put this?
We're bringing down the king.
No. We're planning a trial of sorts? I mean, wait, it's your choice, but that's what I would recommend. You don't
We
want to
are
shout that
planning a
out in the
trial.
middle of a crowd, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we're going straight to jail if we do that.
We are planning a trial of sorts. We intend on forming a case against,
The king.
Right, and,
We want you to adjudicate.
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 A trial against a king? Interesting. What are his exact charges? I'm not sure, perfectly honest. It seems like severance territory. You aren't even sure of that. I don't think you're prepared for this trial. Maybe you should leave this to lawyers who have a bit more experience. I see. Well, thank you anyway. Let's make a move, Sparrows.
What about our judge?
It doesn't matter. Let's focus on building a solid defense case for the king, and we can wing it from there. Maybe we can even hold the trial without any judges at all. Just Cocorico, me, and the king in the middle. It's strange, Falcon. You're like your grandfather, and yet nothing like it. Wait, you knew my grandfather? Well, I wouldn't say new. I was just a teenager when he was causing havoc in the courtroom. But, of course, I am familiar with his... Falcon, I find your career choice peculiar. Your grandfather... Oh, that's interesting. Your grandfather worked so hard to prosecute King Louis XVI. Yet here you are, rigorously working to defend your own king. Just like him, you would make an excellent prosecutor. So why did you choose the rocky path of a private defender? I like the second one.
I
But it's
feel
like,
like
again,
it's
it's
more
your
the
choice.
first one for his personality.
I like the
Why
second
do you
one
think-
specifically because it, like, the whole reason he went to school and would change his name was so that he could become a lawyer without it having to do with his grandfather at all. So, like, he didn't want to focus on it. So, wanting to bring balance, in my mind, is more like him focusing on why he wanted to be a lawyer for everybody else rather than for himself.
And that's a good enough reason for me.
I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's about balance. My grandfather led the way with his prosecutional techniques. Pretty sure it's prosecutorial, whatever. Prosecutional techniques, but I always wondered where the equality was. Who speaks for the other side? That's an interesting approach. Oh, just look at the time. I'm due back in the courtroom. Before I go, let me just say that I would be happy to adjudicate your trial, Falcon. Really? That's fantastic. Thank you, Your Honor. It's no trouble. Show me what the grandson... Oh, we get to find see his name. Of Maximilian Robespierre... Robespierre is
Robespierre?
capable
Yeah.
of.
Falcon Robespierre. No,
I think it'll
JJ
be
Robespierre.
JJ Robespierre.
The AA offices. Aviary attorney. What's the plan for today? Hitting the Louvre? Checking out list halls, maybe?
Actually, I was thinking... Severin? How rude. Don't they teach you to knock?
No time for bickering, JJ. It's time!
Time for what?
The trial, you dunce! Already? A large protest has started to form at the Palace de la Cour. No doubt it'll turn into an unruly mob before long. The spirit of the revolution is in the air. We must act now. I'm going to start the necessary preparations at the courthouse, so I need you to get the king from the Palace Royale.
You want me to drag the king to the courthouse? I'm not even sure I could drag him from his chair.
Use diplomacy, you dolt. I'm sure you'll think of something.
Right. Come along, Sparrowson. We have a king to defend.
Dun dun. Didn't even get to celebrate.
Falcon and Sparrowson rush across the city. Scores of angry eyes watch the pair's every movement. Cocorico was right. The spirit of revolution is in the air.
We just get thrown in jail again.
Maybe.
Is what Chico says.
Outside the Palace Royale, a crowd has started to form. The royal guards watch in nervous anticipation.
3,600 and...
Save it. We are number one.
You again? Shouldn't you be in jail? I see he's holding the egg.
Yep.
There's no time for that nonsense.
Your Majesty, we need you to come with us.
Why?
Oh,
There's a trial you need to attend? There's a group of rebels outside? I think it's this one. The top one.
I mean, he was really excited when he got to show up in that first trial, so I'd say sure.
I'd say so.
There's a trial.
Well, he might be angry. Oh, never mind. Well, why didn't you say so? I love trials. Ooh, am I needed to give a testimony? Please say it's so.
As a matter of fact, Your Majesty, yes. I think you will need to give a testimony.
Oh, goody, goody, goody. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
The Palace de Justice? Did anyone spot us?
I don't think so. It's still early. Crowds are only just starting to form. Did none of the guards come with him? That seems odd. With any luck, we can get this trial over before anyone realizes what's going on. You...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You treasonous scumbags. You actually captured the king.
Captured.
Clearly a joke, Your Majesty.
Ah, very subtle. I like it.
So it's true. You do intend to hold a trial. Your actions are utterly despicable. You are all on the same level as the filthy rebel dissenters. Do you intend to stop us, Inspector? On any other day, I would. You are rotten lawbreakers through and through. But I've got these spices I need to do. I want nothing more than to see you tried and punished for your traitorous stances. But I owe a debt to you, Falcon, to Monsieur Cocorico. So you'll let us pass. I have ordered for 12 National Guards to set up a perimeter around the entrance of the Palace de Justice. The rebels will inevitably catch word that the king is here. They will try to storm the building, and when they do, we will be ready to hold them off. That's amazing. Thank you, Inspector. Go on. Or I change my mind.
Dun
When we
dun.
eat this fried chicken. Okay, because I don't know how long this is going to be, I am going to just change Judge Maxine's voice to be normal, because I don't want to destroy my throat. So, I'll change it a little bit so I don't just sound like I do when I'm Falcon. All right.
Uh-huh.
Settle down, everyone. Settle down.
Hopefully it's not too long. She's getting eepy.
I mean, I think this is the last day, so I would think not.
Clapping. I like the game though, but I'm just like, Ew. Oh, should I be standing here? Am I in the right place?
Where you are is perfect, Your Majesty. Now is everyone here? J.J. Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Severine Cocorico present. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Whew, this will be good. I wonder who's on trial.
Are the jury all here? I think that was...
All present and accounted for, Your Honor.
Everything seems to be in order. The court is now in session for the trial of King Louis Philippe.
Ooh, that's me. Wait, what? Calm down, Your Majesty. We're simply prosecuting you for a short list of 32 crimes against the French people. What is this madness? Did you set me up to this?
Well, yes and no. We're your defense, Your Majesty.
I'm so confused.
Maybe.
Oh, sorry. The process is simple. I'll state a charge that is being leveled at you and present my evidence for the charge. You and your defense will then have the opportunity to present their counter evidence. I'm even more confused.
Just let us do the talking, Your Majesty. We are doing this for your own good.
Wouldn't want you to end up like Louis the 16th now, would we?
Let us proceed. Prosecution, present the first charge.
King Louis Philippe, you are being charged with neglecting the lower class of the nation. Your continued support of
Guizot?
Wozy
Guizot.
Guizot's outdated policies have resulted in an ever-growing wage gap. Poverty is rampant. Animals are forced to turn to begging, thievery, and burglary just to survive. How do you justify this vile attitude? Goodness, you're going straight for the jugular, aren't you? I'm a good person. I don't hate poor people. I feel mild contempt for them, certainly, but don't we all?
Oh boy.
No.
Please allow me to do the talking, Your Majesty. Severin, the king is far kinder to poor people than the generous populace have been led to believe. Some would even describe him as a generous philanthropist. Wow, philanthropist.
Who? Who would describe him as a generous philanthropist?
Some would?
You're going to have to do better than that. Show me an example, just one example of the king being generous to a poor person.
Sugar just, sorry, Falcon, this trial is over already.
Yeah, probably. Yes. Probably Renard's story, that first one.
Yeah, I just wanted to scroll over them.
Make sure. Yep. I would like to present this story. An account from a person who was sick and starving beggar. One day, this beggar was approached by the king. No. Oh, sorry. Did the king offer the beggar money? No. He offered something far better. He offered the beggar financial advice.
It's true. I did do that.
Where is that beggar now? Oh, Falcon, now you're making stuff up and twisting the truth, which is not how you've done before, but he runs a successful business that can pull 40 francs from a single client transaction. I mean, that is kind of true.
Amazing. And the ex-beggar attributes the king for his radical transformation?
Well, he didn't say so directly, but it was implied.
Interesting. Would you mind telling us the name of this person? I would rather not.
Ooh. I don't think we want to lie. I don't have any good answer for this. I'm going to say go ahead and be honest. Because that is my default method in life.
All right, we're name dropping the fox.
He's a man named Renard Volps.
Uh-oh. Oh, Renard Volpez, the trickster and con artist who runs that deplorable private investigation service.
You're familiar with him?
Of course. That fox has been meddling in trials and disturbing investigations for years. If this is the caliber of person that's produced by the king's financial advice, then we all should be deeply concerned.
Hey, he's running his own business. That's still true.
Even if he's a, fox. Oh dear. Oh!
Uh-oh. Outside the Palais Royal, protesters charge at the building's gates, effortlessly overcoming the royal guards.
Chico says they need a give up button for the trial. This OMG Buford.
Looters take the opportunity to overrun and ransack the building.
Where on earth is that accursed king? Piero!
No sign of him, ma'am. Rumor is he's gone and fled the building. Same as Guizot.
The minister and the king both fled before we even started our assault? How is that even possible?
Madame Beaumont, I found someone who may be of use.
Oh dear. A royal guard. Nice find, Fontaine. Speak, duck. Tell us where the king is. You think of me as a common turncoat. I would have you know... Oh, that's my alarm. I would have you know that I am the mighty Officer Beck. I would sooner die than betray my country.
Okay.
The Palace of Justice. A couple of lawyers came and took him to the Palace of Justice. And that was easy. Piero, Fontaine, gather the crowd. We're marching on the Palace de Justice. Literally, then die. Yeah.
Then perish.
I would rather die than perish.
What are we up to, Charge 12? Please continue, prosecutor.
Oh my god. Very well. King Louis Felipe, you stand accused of crushing small businesses in favor of supporting wealthier industry giants. Such an apotic attitude only serves to discourage people from forming their own enterprises.
I disagree. As a self-made businessman, the king has constantly shown his support for all business, big and small. Again, that's not what self-made means.
Another ludicrous assertion from the defense. Prove me wrong, JJ. When has the king ever shown support for grassroots businesses?
Not the egg story, it's the egg
It's
story.
the egg story.
Actually, no. Or is
It's
it
absolutely the
the?
eggs. Oh,
It's the fishing
yes.
story,
It's
I
probably
think,
the fishing
actually.
story. Yeah, the egg story
Yeah.
is the one that makes, or the fishing story is the one that makes sense. I would like to present this story, the account of a fisherman.
Angler.
Sorry, angler, who recently caught an enormous catfish from the Seine. Some say the fish were as large as 2 meters. Upon catching the fish, the king congratulated the man and offered him compensation for his effort.
Compensation for his efforts. You mean he bought the fish?
In so many words, yes.
Well, putting aside how weak an example that is of a man sorting a local business, I see a much more pressing issue. There is no way a fisherman caught a 2-meter catfish from the Seine.
What if he had killer bait? Like, say, a box of high-end chocolate.
Killer bait, Ludicrous! No one would be stupid enough to use chocolates as fishing bait. You guys can't be serious.
Outside the doors of the Tribunal de Grande, Inspector Valerti watches the ever-growing crowd of protesters. The National Guard poise their bayonets, keeping the angry mob at bay. Disgusting rabble, the lot of them. Oh, it looks like the guards are letting someone through.
Uh-oh.
An emissary of the rebels? Or perhaps one who considers themselves a leader.
Beaumort. Are you the officer in charge of this barricade?
I am.
I came to talk to you directly. I feel like we can settle this maturely. No violence, no casualties.
Wouldn't that be marvelous?
We only have one demand. That is that you let us stand aside and let me. That is that you stand aside and let me escort the king out of the building. Grant me that, and I will order the crowd to disperse. Girl, no.
Girl, no. I don't know if this is your first revolution, mademoiselle, but it certainly isn't mine. If your protesters want the king, then they will have to get past the line of National Guard. And I don't think your people have the skill, equipment, or raw numbers to accomplish such a feat.
Not the your people. She's gonna pull out the gun again. I thought she was.
I believe we're up to the last charge, are we not?
Thank God they didn't make us go through all of it. Correct. Charge 32. King Louis Felipe, you are accused of being an imbecile. You are mentally unfit to run this country. Sound familiar?
A little bit.
No need to get personal.
It isn't a crime to be an idiot, Severin.
Thankfully. If it were, we would all be doing hard time right now.
Illegal, no, but it does raise the question of why we're giving an idiot so much power.
Look, Severin, you don't understand how accurate that statement.
Let's not forget the example of Great Britain, who let the mad King George III rule for decades past his prime.
King Louis Philippe is neither mad nor stupid. He's an intelligent and competent individual.
I'll have you know that I'm the only competent on prune days.
What?
I think he was trying to think of constipated, but even that would be the opposite of on prune days. Anyway, Your Majesty, please.
You've chosen an impossible battle, JJ. The king's idiocracy is widely accepted. I urge you to prove me wrong. Show me one shred of evidence that the king is not a blithering idiot.
And he likes to use books. He's an avid lover of history.
I would like to present that this account given by a local librarian. He asserts that the king is something of an avid reader.
Picture books do not count, JJ.
Oh, I had no idea that an expansive history of the Macedonian Empire was a picture book. The king has been known to check out as many as a dozen thick books in a single day, covering a whole range of subjects. Face the facts, Severin. The king is an educated man.
Perhaps a test is in order.
That won't be necessary.
What was the name of that book you mentioned? An expansive history of the Macedonian Empire. Tell me, your majesty. Where is Macedonia? Where? Yes, I'll even make it easy. Just tell us the name of the continent. Where is Macedonia in? Oh my god.
You can do this, your majesty.
It's a 1 in 7 shot. Can he really do it?
I want to say Africa. But
Oh boy.
I've got it! London!
Oh, mon Dieu.
I think we're done here, Your Honor. Just fucking help, London! I know we're probably supposed to be rooting for y'all, but get his ass, Cocorico!
Yep.
Literally. As I have demonstrated in excruciating detail, the king is incompetent, lazy, stupid, and occasionally malicious. He isn't fit to run a bakery, let alone a nation.
Very well, prosecutor. Does the defense have anything to add?
I mean, we got the coin. I don't think that's gonna do anything, but
I don't think there's anything more that we can say.
yes, Jover.
No, your
Give
honor.
up early.
I've defended this man to the best of my abilities, and I have nothing more to say. Very good. Then I shall now converse with the jury. We shall determine precisely what crimes the king is guilty of, and decide on an appropriate punishment.
Punishment? Lawyer man, you have to do something. I'm scared.
Calm down, your majesty. The whole purpose of this trial was to see that your punishment is fair and fitting. You're not going to end up with your head on a spike. At least, I don't think you will.
That's exactly what they're gonna do.
That mademoiselle is returning. How naive. Negotiations are over, mademoiselle.
Once again, I ask that you let me pass. Let me extract the king without issue, and then we shall be on our way. I warn you, the protesters are getting rowdy. Any moment now, they might charge in on their own accord.
Your commitment to pacifism is admirable, but you are bringing with naivety, mademoiselle. Be on your way. Tisk tisk.
Ooh.
I warned that your methods were too oh, it's one of the fucking brothers. Tisk tisk.
Yeah.
I warned you that your methods were too passive, madame.
That foul voice. Show yourself, wolf.
You're the friar who gave me the tip-off about the croque-monsieur. Was my information no good, Inspector? Did I not say how and when you could reach the Croque Monsieur? You omitted a few details. Your words almost killed a few acquaintances of mine.
Well, Inspector, it seems that you and I agree on something. This wolf has a forked tongue.
There's no reason for you to direct your hatred at me, madame.
And she pulls out her gun. Say that one more time.
I came here to give you a gift. A peace offering.
You have nothing to offer.
I most certainly do. Did you know that the tunnels of the sleeping city wind straight under the Palace de Justice? It's true. If one were to put enough gunpowder in the right spot, one could even take an entire side of the building down.
Well, what are you prattling on about? Oops, wrong person.
What are you prattling on about? How much gunpowder do you think it will take? 50 kilograms? 100? Maybe 200 kilograms, just to be safe.
Friar, tell me you didn't.
The fuse
Uh-oh.
is lit. Christ. In 20 seconds, pillars of the Palace de Justice will fall like the Temple of Dagon. Running will do you no good, you brother-killing pute. Oh, no, actually, is he saying pute? You're French, sir. You're not Spanish.
Yeah, I'm just like, question mark?
You're bluffing. There will be no explosion. You would like that to be the case, wouldn't you, Inspector?
Huh?
But unfortunately for you, the Viridian Killer emerges one last time. Oh, are you the Viridian Killer?
Viridian is a shade of green, after all.
You!
I must congratulate you, JJ. No, Falcon. You argued excellently. I am as unsure of the penguin's fate as you are, but one thing is for certain. You could not have done your job any better.
Thank you, Cocorico. After a small amount of deliberation, we have come to a decision. We find the defendant, King Louis Philippe, to be...
Boom.
Bon Dieu! What was that?
An explosion! It sounded like it came right from outside. Um, uh, I hate to, be the bearer of, bad news, but, well, in a matter of speaking, how to put this?
For pity's sake, spit it out, monsieur.
Rebels! It's the rebels! There was a big explosion at the entrance, and the rebels are pouring into this building as we speak.
You heard the rabbit. Everybody clear out. Your Honor, quickly, what was the verdict? Really? In a time like this? There is no better time. Exile, now get out of here. Court is adjourned.
A valiant effort, Falcon, but we're both out of time and options. If the rebels want the king so badly, they can take him. You can't say that.
The rooster's got a point, Falcon. Let's just turn the king over and let him receive his dues. We've done all we can.
No. You two give up far too easily. Sparrowson, Cocorico, we're escorting the king to R&M Associate.
Renard's place? What can he do?
If anyone has the power to make the king disappear, it would be that conniving fox.
Yeah, that just might work. Come along, Your Majesty. Oh dear, oh dear.
Come on, Cocorico. No time to dawdle.
I'm staying. For there to be any chance of your ridiculous plan succeeding, someone must stay behind to delay the rebels.
Cocorico.
Not him risking his life again. Go, I've got this.
I think the goal here, I think why they're even doing this is to reduce there being any type of risk of life. Like, because if you can kind of like diffuse the situation saying, hey, he's literally being removed and everything like that. No one has to die. There is no king anymore. I think that's the goal, right? So theoretically, he shouldn't be at risk.
Hopefully. That damn wolf nearly killed the lot of us. You're the one harboring the king? It's a pleasure to see you again too, madame. Don't get snarky. Where is he? You're too late. The king has long left the building. For all I know, he could be halfway to Guadalupe by now. So he's already gone. Damn. There goes my opportunity to enact justice. Enact justice? You should have seen the trial, madam. Everything was official, professional, and logical. It was the most brilliant display of justice I've ever seen. But the king is in the process of receiving a fitting punishment. Cocorico, did my father receive a fitting punishment when you were the prosecutor at his trial 10 years ago? No, madame. But every day since then, I've strived towards justice, and I shall continue to do so for the rest of my days. See that you do.
Do hurry up, Your Majesty.
This is taking forever.
You aren't going any further? Again, I'm Ron Burgundy. Oh.
The frickin' friar!
You aren't going any further. I've literally never seen that movie. I've only seen the, like, wrong lip reading of stuff that had that in there, and there was, like, so that went Tiny Ron Burgundy.
Gosh.
I'm not going to let you take another step towards the king. I didn't come here for the king. I came to kill you, JJ Falcon. What? Very well. Sparrowson, take the king and hurry to Renard's. I'll handle this monster.
Fist fight? Are you sure you'll be okay?
I can handle one crippled wolf.
They did say he was old. Okay, come on, Your Majesty.
Well, and if he's the Viridian killer, then he's technically got like a leg wound from Lurty, I think, right?
Ooh, yeah, that's right.
That explosion at the courthouse. That wasn't just the rebels, was it? Of course not. That was to take out... That was to take out the murderous Pute who killed my brother. Madame Beaumont. She was the madam who pulled the trigger. But it was your words who sentenced him. And I would do it again.
He said, and I'd do it again.
And I'll fucking do it again. The Goofy meme. Lost my Steam settings. There they are.
Up.
And I would do it again. You and your brother are heinous individual. Call us what you like. Doesn't matter anymore. Your blood must pay for his. An eye for an eye. That is the way of the judges of old. So much for being a man of the cloth. You
Right?
don't appear armed. I don't need a gun or a sword to kill you. There are 100 kilograms of gunpowder beneath our very feet. One more step, and this entire area will go. Ooh. Did he blow up or did he get shot? Oh, he got
Oh!
shot. Vile scum. Inspector. Just in time. You look a little singed.
Did you hear that explosion, Monsieur Volpes?
I did. It seems the rumors are true, Mousy. The revolution is in full swing.
Go on, get in there. Visitors, Monsieur Volpes, visitors.
Why is everybody else full human size, but Mousy is not?
This is true.
I just realized this. Everybody else, either a little bit of a shorter person or not, but everybody else is full human size. The kangaroos are full human size. The swans are full human size. The fishermen were full human size. Falcon and them. Just Mousy.
Just Mousy.
All right. I wonder who. Why is he so tall in this shot? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, my lord. King Louis Philippe. Good afternoon to you, your majesty.
Are you, Monsieur Volpes?
I am. And this is my companion, Mousy.
It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Your Majesty.
I must admit, I rarely have a gentleman of your caliber in this office. Please, have a seat. Mousy, fetch this majesty some tea.
Right away.
I hear you can, make people disappear.
Ah, yes. A new identity. A new face. Indeed, I can make that happen. Of course, there is a price.
How much?
Normally, such a service would cost 100 francs. But for you, your majesty, 10,000.
10,000 francs? I don't carry that sort of money on my person.
I'm sure you can find a way. A crown on your head, an egg in your hand would surely be enough to pay for this exquisite service.
You sure are a crook, Monsieur Volpes.
Now. Let's not call each other names. We are both grown men. Now let's see, you'll need a disguise. Here we go. Put this on. Okay.
Huh.
I guess
How do
this
I
is still
look?
you. Mousy, could you come in here for one moment, please?
What is it, Monsieur Volpes? Oh, who's this cockatoo? Where did King Louis Philippe go?
You see, your majesty?
It's that convincing?
Of course. We'll have to give you a new name and identity to match your new look. We need a name that is original yet ordinary, subtle yet exquisite.
John Smith?
Brilliant, Mousy. Monsieur, your name is now John Smith. You are an upstanding English gentleman.
Je m'appelle John Smith.
That's no good. We'll have to work on your English accent. Repeat after me. My name is John Smith.
My name is John Smith.
Wow, did you grow up in London, your majesty? Your accent is impeccable.
He's getting shot outside, I'm sure.
Oh, he's gonna get murdered, like, right after he leaves this room.
Yep. Really?
Tell him, Mousy.
I didn't understand any of it. So it must have been perfect English.
Disguise, name, accent. I think we're all set. Are you ready, Mr. Smith?
I don't think so.
Of course you're ready. Flee, monsieur, flee. Take a horse to Calais, and from there hire a boat to take you to the shores of England.
Do you think he'll make it to England, Monsieur Lopez?
With that disguise, Mousy, I think our client would be lucky to make it down the street. Come on, let's return this egg to Satan.
Goodness gracious.
I believe we are reaching the end.
Reaching the end. Aviary attorney.
Yep.
Ding ding. Come on, bird brain. Time's a wasting. Even the fox has a better spine than the king. He
Mhm.
sure does. I think his design is one of my favorite characters, actually. Well, 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 look who finally decided to get up.
Give me a break. My legs are killing me from running all over Paris. Besides, we just had a case of the century. I think we're allowed one day to relax. Let's play some Jacques Noir.
Nuh-uh. Look at this stack of mail we have.
Mail?
Inspector Velotri has asked us to sign off on some paperwork regarding the death of Friar Ramus. Cocarica wants us to arrange a lunch meeting to discuss potential future collaborative projects. And Madame Beaumort has asked us to help establish a constitution for the Second Republic, if you can believe that. Plus, we have like a dozen requests for legal work from other citizens of Paris. I guess word has gotten around about our involvement in the King's trial, huh?
Mon Dieu. So much to do. But all I want to do is take a holiday.
Hey, Falcon. Do you think we're about to see some changes?
Changes.
Old King is gone, the Prime Minister resigned, the Second Republic is kicking off. I'm just saying, do you think this could be the start of a new era of peace for Paris? No.
Your choice.
Yes? Let's be positive.
I think it might just be Sparrowson. Don't get me wrong, I'm certain this isn't the last revolt Paris will ever see. Not by a long shot. Boy, Falcon, do you not even know. But maybe for now, we can have a brief moment of harmony.
A moment of harmony. Sounds nice.
Aww. We did it! But enough talk about politics, Sparrowson. Let's go pick up some breakfast. And I should eat some dinner.
Sounds good. I feel like pain au chocolat. And what is this cutscene?
Oh, it's
Oh.
credits. Yay! We solved it!
Yippee! We did it!
This
And
was
with
lovely.
only one major mistake.
Yes. Kind of the biggest mistake. I wonder how different that ending would have been, right? We couldn't have had the court case without Cocarico, so like, what would happen?
I don't know, maybe doom and gloom and more gunpowder?
Maybe. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Midi, thank you for staying late.
Of course.
This was
I
great.
can't say any time, but today
Yeah.
is a time.
It was definitely worth it. His timing works out. Okay, so we're gonna let this play. Let's keep going and see if there's just anything post credits. What I will do is set up to show you all a fancy trailer.
The game wouldn't have been possible without you. Finn!
That's it. The
Dun dun!
and we get jailed forever.
And
Oh, you have reached the end of Route B. Egolite? The ending you received was determined by the decisions you made in Chapter 3. Try tackling the trial in the catacombs differently in order to see a different ending. Thank you for playing Aviary Attorney.
okay.
Ba-ba-da-da.
So I'm gonna real quickly before we finish up. You know what? No, let's finish up stream normally. I'll end the archive and then I'll do this. So, let me switch scenes. No, I'll do
Sugar
it.
says,
I'll do it from here.
this was such a cool game. I really loved the art direction, especially.
Yeah, this
Same,
was fun.
same. I had like no particular expectations for this. I didn't look up the game. I chose it strictly from the title, the cover picture,
Mhm.
and Silver being like, yeah, it's kind of like
Phoenix Wright.
Ace Attorney,
Yep.
which I've never played.
I've played the first 3. They're very good. We originally talked about maybe we should do Ace Attorney, but that was those games are average time of about 20 to 30 hours. This game was average time for like 8 to 11 hours, and like that's gonna be a long time. So maybe sometime.
Yeah,
So-
we'll definitely get to it, bud.
Yes. This concludes this run of Consulting Detective Network. It will not. We will have another CDN stream with another co-host in November, and the reason why is because October is going to be very different. I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was a good time. Thank you, Midi, for helping play it and run the controls and deal with all the weird setup we had to do. If you are not
And
already,
my internet dropping.
yes. If you're not already, please go follow me. Midi is a fantastic artist, VTuber, inspiration for me doing it my own debut, helped me tremendously. And we'll be back soon. I might do a stream tomorrow. I'm undecided at this point. Depends on how tired I am. To see if I can help get closer to the end of Liza P. I will be live many times next week, which I'll talk in a minute after we get past the VOD. But thank you all for watching, and be safe and be kind to one another. Bye-bye.
Bye.